Hi YouTube, it's the 16th of the 4th, 2012, and there are a few more details about this incident of the Virgin plane over the English Channel. Last update, I promise, is just I don't like to leave a stone unturned. Plane incident in the English Channel, England, about 20 miles south of the Isle of Wight. And it was involving a Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330, where a fire occurred on board with moderate damage, according to this report. Fire extinguishers were used to tackle a terrifying mid-air blaze on a packed Virgin Atlantic jet today as the cabin filled with smoke. The aircraft, with 312 passengers and crew on board, were forced to return to Gatwick to make an emergency landing 20 minutes into its flight to Orlando. Firefighters used powerful jets to douse the flames as the Airbus A330 stood on the runway. 6 engines were at the scene. 8 emergency evacuation slides were opened onto the runway and ambulances were on standby. 6 passengers received treatment for breathing problems, said West Sussex Fire and Rescue Service. All flights at the hub were suspended, leaving thousands stranded and facing an afternoon of huge delays. The airport was due to deal with 600 flights throughout the day. The airport later reopened using a standby runway. Passengers were warned of a reduced service with knock-on delays for the rest of the day. The A330 turned back 20 miles south of the Isle of Wight, a Virgin Atlantic spokesman said, due to a technical problem on board the aircraft, and decided as a precautionary measure to evacuate the aircraft. Our teams at Gatwick are now looking after our passengers and assisting with their immediate requirements. The safety and welfare of our crew and passengers is Virgin Atlantic's top priority. A Virgin A330 left Gatwick for Orlando but returned to make an emergency landing at 12:30 due to reports of a technical issue, and the aircraft made a safe landing. The emergency services were at the scene and passengers have been safely disembarked from the plane. All flights in and out of Gatwick are currently suspended until further notice. I saw the plane sitting on the runway surrounded by police officers. It's always nerve-wracking when you hear something like this happening, a worker said. The plane was waiting at the runway, police officers and other vehicles surrounding it. It looked pretty serious, but the airport is dealing with it well. They're not letting anyone through security at the moment, and the closure is the second hit Gatwick in 3 days. On Friday, all outbound flights were briefly suspended after a hot air balloon drifted into the flight path. Now, this was written quite a few hours ago, so everything's, I think, is back to normal now. So that's it. That's my last update on this subject, unless something major comes up.